Temperature 03, dew point 02, QNH1013, information Foxtrot. Runway 23 right. Manchester Airport, good time 2002 Zulu, auto, winds 11002 knots, 4,400, mist, no cloud detected, temperature 03, dew point 02, QNH1013, information Foxtrot, runway 23 right. Manchester Airport, good time 2002 Zulu, auto, winds 11002 knots, 4,400, mist, no cloud detected, temperature 03.
Shamrock 213, just repeat your message again please.
Okay, if we're ready for taxi, and we'll take Mike if possible, please.
Shamrock 213, roger. Taxi, Juliet Echo and Foxtrot, hold short, kilo.
Juliet Echo, Foxtrot and hold short, kilo, Shamrock 213.
Master Crown Boeing 327, indicate 52, ready for push and start.
Boeing 327, just hold position. You're sharing a stand with Ryanair, he's pushing at the moment.
Okay, thank you. Boeing 327.
Hello, you can see that.
EG348, stand 42, request push and start.
EG348, stand 42, push and start, approved, face south.
Push and start, approved, face south, EG438, correction, EG348.
And Shamrock 213, just hold position, give way to the Ryanair Boeing 737-800 passenger from kilo, and then continue taxi to holding point Mike 1 for runway 23 right, via Kilo and Juliet.
Okay, give them way to the Ryanair, passing from right to left,
cabin crew, we're just about ready up here in the cockpit, so if you want to start opening the doors and let the passengers aboard, that'd be great, thank you. Hi, we're just about ready up here, so as soon as everybody's on board there, I'm happy for you to close the doors.
No problem. Okay, great, we're almost done.
Greetings, hello, welcome to this evening's stream. We're at Manchester and we're off to Dublin. Let's start programming some stuff in there. So let's request our flight plan information. Yeah, we're going Manchester to Dublin. Flight number today is Shamrock 6 Papa Mike. Cost index for our flight today is 22, and our cruise level is flight level 260. We just need to wait for our boarding to be completed before we can get our zero fuel weight and all that shenanigans. We've got ground and we've got tower on today, so let's just pre-tune tower 625. There we go, cool. Up here we've got everything running. We've got the APU running for our air conditioning. Fueling is complete, so we can put our seatbelt sign on. So we've got GSX running today, which does all our groundwork and stuff like that, pushing back, and we've got self-loading cargo, which does all our blow my ears out. Self-loading cargo, which does all the sort of passenger side of stuff. So they're loading currently. They're 93% satisfied, which is good. And I need to just go and get my coffee, which I've left in another room. We've got 9 minutes to departure, or our planned departure time. And tower has gone offline now, so that's grand. Have we got London? No, so we're in Unicom. So let's just change that back to 122.8. Hopefully soon I'll be able to do tower and then we won't have all this issue. Currently still loading baggage. And I'll be back in 1 second.
Golf Juliet, 1327.
Launches of ground here, evening, it'll come down 26 Charlie on Alpha.
That's 36 Charlie. West ground, good evening. Alpha Bravo, hold Bravo 3.
Alpha Bravo, Bravo 3, which is the 26 Charlie.
Chloe 327, just hold Golf 4, please. Hold Golf 4, please. Ryanair 189, good evening, just hold position, uniform clear. Boeing 327, hold to the way, actively passing Alpaca A320 passing along Juliet. Continue taxi to Juliet 1 by Golf Juliet.
Continue taxi by Golf Juliet to Juliet 1.27.
Kilo, Renault ATC, I'm afraid, 1 Unico 122 decimal, good flight. Number 36 Charlie, continue taxi to Stanford, Bravo, Papa Lima. Cheers.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Ryanair 189.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are on board and doors have been closed.
Ryanair 189.
Okay, thank you.
Your clear to destination, Charleroi. Sample 1 Romeo, give them on 22 right, squawking 4434.
Hello, I'm back again. Sorry about that. Radio.
Departure check completed. 5 past 10 in circuit.
Ryanair 189.
Need to get clearance yet. We haven't done out yet. Alright. Dismiss that. Ground services. Let's go and put our external power on.
Joining me in the cockpit is First Officer Seamus. Looking after the cabin today is Chief Steward Sean. I'd like to welcome you on board this Airbus A320 operated by Aer Lingus. We expect the flight time to be less than an hour today, and we're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be up in the air in the next 15 minutes or so. For now though, the ground crew are loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you
we're
could
not
get
set up
yourself
at all
seated
yet.
and
Let's just
secured
go
in the
down here.
meantime, we can make a departure as soon
Gonna
as
leave
they're
them there
finished.
actually for
Thank
now.
you.
So we've got 0 fuel weight. Let us go to our mass and balance. Let us resend our load sheet. Go across to here. And we've got our most recent load sheet is here. So we've got 0 fuel weight of 51.9 tons, that is. And we have a centre of gravity of 32. And in terms of fuel, we have 4.7 tons of fuel. 4.7. So that's all that preparation done. Let's get our clearance now. Let's just turn ATC up. Manchester Ground, good evening. Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, requesting radio check.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, Manchester Ground, good evening, readability 5.
Thank you, and you 5 also. Shamrock 6 Papa Mike is an Airbus A320 at stand 9 with information Foxtrot QNH 1013, requesting IFR clearance to Dublin.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, you cleared Dublin, Equad 1 Romeo departure, squawk 7327.
Cleared Dublin, Eclad 1 Romeo departure, squawk 7327, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, read back correct information, Foxtrot QNH 1013.
Right, so squawk is 7327, 7327. So that's cool, and if we look at our flight plan, Manchester departure is via 23 right, and it's the Eclad 1 Romeo departure. And our arrival into Dublin currently is 28 left via the Bagso 3 Lima. bags there too, Lima. Do you know what I've forgotten to do? I've forgotten to insert all my... I forgot to update the nav. Anyway, don't matter. Right, we are almost ready to go. So doors are closed. Let's go over here and get rid of our chocks and GPU.
Locking gear.
Alpaca 7 kilo.
Beacon light, come on. We're ready for push and start.
What's your intentions now?
Alpaca 7 kilo, we're just gonna check how big temperatures.
Roger, do you wanna just stay where you are then for the time being and do that?
Alpaca 7 kilo, we've just set out temperatures and we're all good to taxi back.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike fully ready for push and start.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike. Stand 9, push and start through face south.
Push start approved face south, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike. Right.
Roger, Ground Ryanair 189, question push and start.
Ryanair 189. Stand 5-1, push and start through face
Let's
south.
release parking brake.
All engines are clear. Start at will.
So we have APU running, well that is fine.
Alpaca 7 kilo, requesting taxi to be right.
Engine switch to ignition.
Kilo, turn right onto Kilo Juliet and hold Juliet 123 right.
And starting engine number 2.
And taxi Juliet to hold him on Juliet 123 right, Alpaca 7 kilo.
And we'll just dim the cabin lights in preparation for departure.
Cabin crew, please arm doors, thank you.
All stations managed to ground
On
closing
behalf
is
of the crew,
5.
I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors as we review the emergency procedures on this Airbus
Starting engine
A320
number 1.
aircraft. There are 6 emergency exits. Take a moment to locate the one closest to you, bearing in mind
Parking
that you
brake
may
is
be
applied.
should the cabin experience pressure loss. Stay calm,
We'll
listen for instructions from the
confirm
cabin
good
crew.
engine start
Oxygen
now.
masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask on
Hi, Captain. The cabin
like
is
this.
secured. All
Hold the
doors
strap
are
to tighten
checked.
it.
We're ready to go.
If you are travelling with children, make sure you put on your own mask before helping others. In the unlikely event of an
Just need
emergency
our performance
landing and
data
evacuation,
setting,
leave
so
your carry-on luggage and
performance.
items behind. Life jackets are
Let's
located
get
below your
that
seat. Emergency
done.
lighting.
So we're departing Manchester from
We ask that you
23
make sure
right.
that all carry-on luggage is stowed
05
away
left, 23
safely during
right.
the flight.
Load sheet,
While we
pack's
wait
gonna
for
be
takeoff,
on.
please take a moment to review the
And
safety
we're gonna
procedures on
go
the car
for
right in front of
Mike
you. Thank you for your
departure.
attention. We hope you enjoyed the flight.
So 182929, 118,
Bypass inlet.
129,
Left is clear.
129.
Right is clear.
We've got 1 down 0.5, 1 down 0.5. Flex temp is 68 and 1250. 68, 1250, 1250, and 1250. So we're fully ready to go, and that's the last thing we need to do. So engines are fully started.
Kilo, there's no further ATC, so monitor Unicom on 2.8. Be aware that your friend EasyJet is on final approach to the runway.
Of 26.
Code Unicom 122.8 and we have the traffic visible on Alpha. Alpha 7 kilo.
Okay, so taxi light can come on, APU can come off. And we just set our takeoff config, so let's just go down here. So we want down 0.5 on our trim. Okay, that is not working. Test our so full up, full down,
neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder pedals, full right, full left, neutral. We're all good there. So takeoff config check. We need our flaps to 1. Speed brake, auto brake to max, and spoilers armed.
Ryder 189, requesting traction.
Predictive wind shear needs to
Ryanair 189, taxi holding point Juliet
we need
1,
to
runway
close the
23
door,
right,
which is
5,
closed,
Golf
so
and
that's
Juliet.
fine.
Juliet
Okay,
1,
we
Golf and
are
Juliet.
ready for takeoff. We're ready for taxi. Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, request taxi.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike. Taxi holding point Juliet 1, 23 right, 5 Juliet Echo, Foxtrot, Kilo and Juliet.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, any chance of Mike 1 for departure?
Roger, you should have said. Holding point Mike 1, 5 Juliet Echo, Foxtrot, Kilo and Juliet.
Juliet Juliet Echo, Kilo, Foxtrot, correction, Juliet Echo. Start again, 1 second. Juliet Foxtrot, Kilo, Juliet, holding point Mike 1 for 23 right, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, apologies for not saying earlier.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike is getting late. Taxi holding point Mike 1 by Juliet Echo, Foxtrot, Kilo and Juliet.
Juliet Extra. God, get my teeth in. I know what you mean anyway. Shamrock 6 Papa Mike.
Ryanair 189, no further ATC, I'm afraid. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight.
What the hell is going on there? I was babbling like a bloody banshee, man. I might pop on ground after this. Need cheering up today. Anyway, right, we're off. Juliet Echo, Foxtrot, Kilo and Juliet. Can't get my bloody mouth. Maybe I shouldn't do ground if I can't even speak tonight. It's a wee bit misty out there, isn't it? So we are fully configured for takeoff.
Last station calling, range to ground, visibility 5.
I was trying to check my mic. How do you listen?
American 504, I need you, visibility 4, a little bit broken up.
That's okay. Thanks a lot.
Easy 82 Tango Zulu, Manchester ground, good evening, welcome to Manchester, well done for getting on the ground. Do you have a standard choice?
Negative.
Taxi stand 26 via Alpha Delta Echo and November Charlie.
26 Alpha Delta Echo November Charlie.
Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, have a good flight.
Unicom 122.8, sorry for the not being able to get my teeth in, and don't forget rest of your evening. Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, bye bye.
All the best.
Right, we're going to hold here for a minute because we're not ready really. If we had tower on, we'd probably just say hold for a minute. Right, we'll hold here. Parking brake can come on. Right, upper panel, we've got everything we need on there. We just need to pop this on so the crew will sit down. Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff, thank you. We'll just turn off the navigraph for a moment. So we are fully ready for takeoff, I think. Let us pop over to Unicom. Let's put our TCAS on. We've got a couple of aircraft coming in. They're at 5 miles at the moment.
Traffic Ryanair 189, taking off 23 right.
Oh, didn't even see him there. Just stick out there. So we've got 2 inbound aircraft somewhere. Can't see them actually yet. So we can see them on the radar, but we can't see them in real world. Manchester traffic, Shamrock 6. Papa Mike is holding at Mike 1. I see 2 aircraft on approach for 23 right. Just to confirm.
Manchester traffic 025217,000 keep heading against south and direct Danish.
Manchester traffic, Beeline 18 Alpha, now 40 miles inbound 23 right.
And that traffic that was just on the ground at Manchester asking if there's 2 inbounds, I'm downwind and I can see 2 on final for 23 right.
Roger, confirm I see 2 on radar as well.
It's not far apart from each other.
So we are waiting here, ladies and gentlemen. Look, you see, I've got the wrong bloody... Right, I'm just going to do something very quickly here. I'm just going to go to control options. I'm going to change this to a Neo and apply and go back. And resume. Hoping that will change this. Very good. Let's change that, so that's fine. Spoilers need to be armed again. So we've got one very close to landing by the looks of it. There he is. And one coming in behind. Is he gonna butter it, I wonder? Let's see from there.
Manchester traffic, left hand base leg 23 right.
Manchester traffic, Shamrock 6, Papa Mike holding up Mike 1. We'll be lining up 2-3 right after the arriving aircraft.
Beeline 18 Alpha, Manchester traffic, runway 23 right, vacate.
It's a Tom Jet. Is he going to do a good landing? He is actually, and I'm now about to do a shit landing in a bit. Anyway, right, let's go. Manchester traffic, Shamrock 6, Papa Mike lining up 2-3 right via Mike 1. So, we need our strobe on. Let's also just dim the dome light. We don't need that on really. Let's just turn that one up a bit because it's a bit dim. Manchester traffic, Shamrock 6, Papa Mike lined up runway 23 right, fully ready.
Manchester traffic, just turning onto the localizer for 23 right at 11 miles.
Manchester traffic, just confirmed. Tom Jet that just arrived has vacated 23 right. Take that as a yes. Right, so lights, landing lights on. Chrono, we can start wherever it is. There we go. And everything's good to go. Right, throttles to 50%. Forward pressure on the stick. Do a little bit of a rolling start. Manchester traffic, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike departing, runway 23 right, Eclad 1 Romeo. And flex.
Bye, Eclad.
Indeed. Oh, very good.
Down Manchester traffic, V-line 209, fully established, 23 right, 8.5.
V1. Rotate. Got a crosswind here, so we expect to get blown away a little bit here. Yeah, a little bit. Positive rate, gear up please. Manchester traffic, Shamrock 6 Papa Mike, airborne 23 right, Eclad 1 Romeo. Autopilot armed. Spoilers disarmed. Levers to climb. Disarm the spoilers properly down here.
Manchester traffic go 242
And flaps can be retracted. Cabin crew can be released from their seats.
Traffic, V-line 1 8, outbound box 204 left, shutting down. Have a good night, everybody.
Manchester traffic, V-line 209, 3.5 mile final, 23 right, I'll call when clear.
And we will now proceed to our cruise altitude. We don't have any ATC, so we don't need to hang around. And we also just need to go to standard pressure. So open climb.
Let's go 250 fully established on the side.
Good evening, 2 viewers, 1 viewer on Twitch and 1 viewer on YouTube. Good evening, hello. If you've got any questions, shout them out. I won't be able to answer, but I'll try. We have 97% satisfaction now, and ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your electronic devices. Diddly-doo. So just waiting to pass 10,000 feet, at which point we can put off the seatbelt signs, which we have reached, so let's put off the seatbelt signs. Landing lights can come off. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt signs, so you are now free to move around the cabin. However, please note we do recommend you fasten your seatbelts at all times when you are seated in case of turbulence. Thank you.
Manchester traffic, V-line 209, cleared 23 right.
Traffic go 242 on London.
flying over Merseyside currently. I'm going to leave the cabin lights dimmed because it's a short flight and it's a better view out the window when the cabin lights are dimmed. So we continue our climb to flight level 260. Actually, I'm not sure whether we're even allowed to go 260. I think we are. We have a crib sheet for Manchester, which tells us some departure altitude limitations. I think it's 280 though for Dublin. It is 280, so we're below that. So that's good. And I've just found out that I'm number 8 in the list for doing my S2 training with VATSIM, which means I'll be able to do tower controlling once I've passed that bit, which is not going to be easy. I've got an theory exam to do. Well, I've got a course to do, a theory exam to do, and some practical training and a practical exam. One of my colleagues is doing it already, and I don't think it's that easy, but hey-ho. Life's a challenge sometimes, isn't it? Right, let's put some performance data in for our arrival. Go down here. So we need some weather data for Dublin, so we can get that from VATSIM, so we've got that. Can we get weather? Let me just see if we can get a weather request from you. Let's have a look. I think we can, but let's just try weather. There we go. Weather request for EIDW. Send. Oh, let's put it there first. Meta we want. Send. I think we'll then go it back as a message if I remember rightly. Received message or weather data. There we go. Is that the same as I've got up there? It is. That's very good. Right, so we've got QNH of 1014. We have a temperature of 5 degrees and a dew point of 4, so there's very likely to be some mist around. Surface winds 260 at 5 knots. What did I do wrong there? 260 at 5. And flight level, I'm going to put 70 for our transition level, and 133 for our approach speed. So the barrow for our minimums we will find on the nav sheet for there. So Cat 1 straight in is 402 is our minimum, is 402. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit. Just to let you know that we've reached our cruise level and we're not anticipating any major delays, so expect to arrive at our destination on time as planned. As the crew make their way around the aircraft, please make sure the aisles are clear of any items, and I invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight. Thank you. Right, we can put the dome light on just for a bit so we can see stuff. And what we're like outside currently. Oh. What's occurring? So to our left is North Wales, that's over there. To our behind is West Coast. Merseyside up there somewhere, Blackpool and beyond, Lake District over there. We've got the Isle of Man somewhere, probably over that way actually a bit. Dublin off in the distance, if you could see any of that in the dark. Top of climb is about 30 miles, top of descent is about 30 miles. We've got an aircraft off to our left, about 15 miles, there he is actually. Hello, whoever you are. Let's look on Volantra, see if we can guess who it might be. It's Ryanair going from somewhere to EGBB to Bristol, that looks good. It's gone over there behind, can't see it now. And we're just doing a quick turn. So, I just need to quickly look at our charts for our Bagso 3 Lima. Now, this is Bagso 3 Lima. We've got Bagso 2 Lima because I haven't got the up-to-date AIRAC, and because we had crashing issues with Flight Sim earlier, I had to unload all the latest AIRAC data. But anyway, the Bagso 3 Lima, I think, is the same as Bagso 2 Lima. So at Bagso we have altitude restriction of we need to be below flight level 100. So let's just check through our flight plan and check that those tally. And actually at SITQ we need to be at flight level 200. So excuse me, there, flight level 200 by SITQ, so I don't want to do that, so I need to put that, then 200. So that will actually change our top of descent probably to be a little bit shorter. It's still 20 miles, so that's fine. So let's just go through. So Bagso, Bagso, flight level 100. And then if we look at our chart again, our next waypoint is Kerav, and we should be at flight level 80 by Kerav. Or Adsis actually. Yeah, okay. 80, which we have in there, all the way around to Lapmo at above 3,000. I think Lapmo is just not actually on that chart. But we're all good. So this is the old arrival. And then at Maxev it's 2,500 feet, which we should see on here actually. Boom, 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 boom. Where's Maxev on there? It's not even there, is it? Oh, it's over here. Da-da-da. Maxev, yeah. So Maxev, look here. Fire Maxev, we need to be 2,500 feet. So that is fine. Cool. Right. In preparation for our descent, we can set this to flight level 80 because we're going to be at 80 for quite a while. We're not going to descend yet. We're going to tell it when to descend. But we're just setting it in preparation. We're just reaching our equal time point, which is important when you're flying over water. So ETP stands for equal time point. So we're basically halfway through our crossing. Prior to that, obviously, if there was an issue, we'd divert back on ourselves and go back to Manchester or Liverpool or somewhere. But once we get past there, it's shorter time-wise to carry on. And to be honest, if there were an issue, we'd probably divert to Isle of Man or somewhere like that. I'm not sure. In fact, let me put terrain on here. You can probably see the Isle of Man somewhere on here. Let's just extend this range. So there's the Isle of Man off to our right. See that little landmass, and island is up there. Blue is water. funnily enough. Hey ho. Alright. Nothing else to do at the minute. We're just waiting for our top of descent, which is rapidly approaching. Something I always forget to do is start the descent. So we are 5 miles, and as you can see, we are approaching it rather rapidly. We've got a 72 knot crosswind currently, so we're actually facing slightly to the right of where we're actually heading to counteract that wind. So we're tracking the green line, but we're facing the yellow line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving drinks.
Well, you're not, because we're just about to start descending, so you better just shut up and do it. Right, let's start our descent. We're near enough, so click that to manage descent. And you'll see down here that our first altitude restriction is at flight level 200 by SITQ, which is what I just put in. And SITQ, you can see there, is flight level 200. After that, we've then got various restrictions which are all superimposed on each other, but hey ho. Backside flight level 100, and then it's 80 all the way around this arc. So the captain should announce the fact that we're descending any moment. And hello 3 viewers, we've got 3 viewers on Twitch. Hello, show yourselves, say hello, don't be shy. Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, you may have noticed we've just begun our descent down to our destination. If you could assist the cabin crew by tidying a tray and handing them any litter as they come around, it would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we've landed. Please also note that the aircraft toilets will shortly be out of use. Thank you. Don't know what that little blippy hissy fit was. But anyway, whatever it was, it corrected itself. So we're descending to SITQ, flight level 200 by SITQ, the little green dot. You probably heard me boring you with this already before, but the little green dot that sits in the middle of the altimeter is showing us our descent path. If it's right in the middle, it means we're properly on the descent path. If it's above us, it means we're below the flight path. And if it's below us, it means we're above the flight path. Did I say that the same? Whatever. EasyJet sim pilot, I ain't. But hey ho. This is how real people fly. Not pilots, just amateurs. Amateurs with no ambition. Anyway, how are you all doing this week? It's Monday. I didn't realise it was Monday because I've been off today and I thought it was Sunday all day today, but it's not. Surprised me that people were at school and stuff like that and shops were open later than normal, but that's because it's Monday and not Sunday. The weekend whizzed by. So we're past SITQ, we're continuing our descent to our next altitude restriction, which according to this is flight level 80. Do we have any ATC on at Dublin? No, we don't. So we're on Unicom all the way down. Please feel free to join the chat if you're on Twitch. Ask me any questions and I'll try and bullshit my way through them. You're probably all very hardened sim pilots anyway, so you probably just sat there laughing your head off at how incompetent this man is. Let's have a look where, so we're, what am I babbling on about? Isle of Man is back there somewhere. I think I just caught a glimpse of it. There we are. That's the Isle of Man. Just turning in now. So we also have some speed restrictions on here. So at Bagso we don't have any speed restrictions, but at Kerav we've got a maximum of 220 knots. So let's just have a look on here. Again, this is out of date. Oh, what happened there? What? Alright, sorry. So Kerav on there is 230, so it's actually 220. Let's just change that. Are we able to make that or not? We are, so that's fine. And then we've got 220 at Kogax and Kodom. So let's put 220 in all of these. Oh, don't mean to do that. 220. This is because I've got the old star and it's not the same as the proper 3 Lima. I think that's where we're going wrong. So the speed restrictions have obviously gone down, haven't they? They used to be 230, now they're 220. That was 220 as well. 220. It was worth me looking at all these, wasn't it? Let's go with that one as well. That's the last one now, 220. That's fine, so should be alright now. Let's go back up here. See where we're at. So we're coming down through 10,000. We need to put our seatbelt signs on as we hit 2,000. We should be sort of levelling off here to reduce speed because we need to be at 250 knots, which we're not. Let's put the seatbelt signs on. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned on the seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelts as soon as possible. Please note that the toilets are no longer in use. Thank you. So we are descending now to flight level 80. So what's happened again? What's happened now? Speed brake's still out. Okay, sorry about that. That's why it was getting a bit annoyed and a bit twitchy with the throttles, I think. So as we turn around here, we can see in the distance there, you might be able to see it, the coast of Dublin, coast of Ireland, even. Ireland is there, straight ahead of us. Rather than going directly, we have to do this little wiggly thing where we go round and round before we can approach Dublin. Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for landing. Thank you. So I've got a long stretch at flight level 80 all the way around here. .220 knots now set. And flight level 80. and gentlemen, we will be landing very shortly. Please make sure you are seated with your seatbelt securely fastened. Please ensure your tray table is in the upright position and your window blind is open. We will shortly be dimming the cabin lights, which is normal practice when landing during darkness. There is a reading light above your head should you need it. Any items of luggage should be safely stored, and remember to turn off all electronic devices until you are inside the airport building. Thank you. So we have all our performance data set, that's fine. We'll probably wait till we get a bit further around this arc before we start reducing speed a little bit. Just double check that we've got the correct frequency for our ILS. So we're 24 miles away from Dublin. That's the ILS frequency down there, 111.35, which if we check our chart is 111.35, heading of 278. If you're all anticipating how bad this landing is going to be, trust me, it will be bad. We've got 100% satisfaction with the passengers so far. I suspect that will drop as soon as we hit the ground at an incredible rate. Landing, I'm afraid, is something I still haven't mastered in this Fenix. Could just do it with doing some circuits, just round, land, and just perfect it, but hey ho. So of the 3 viewers watching on Twitch, might do just a quick turnaround. Would you prefer me to fly back to Manchester, or would you prefer me to fly to the Isle of Man? Start your voting now. And if any of the 3 of you who are watching, who are remaining very silent, wish to follow me and you're not following me already, then click that follow button. Make an old man happy on a sad day. We're going to need to start our descent down. So if remember, we want to be at 2,500 feet at some point. So let's just go 2,500 feet. And we have top of descent rapidly approaching. We can probably just start our descent now, if I'm honest. In fact, let's give it a second. Start our descent now. We can go flaps 1, speed is reducing. Flaps 1, speed checked. just so we can see the wings. Let's put the wing lights on and let's put our runway turn off lights on. There's our slats extended for flaps 1. For flaps 1, when you're landing, you don't get any actual flaps sticking out. You just get your slats. So the flaps themselves, the rear edge flaps, are not extended yet. We'll just make a text announcement on Right, we're inbound Lapmo. We're starting our descent. We're at 200 knots. We have flaps 1, that's good. I think if I'm going to do another stream straight after this, I might have to stop the stream and exit flight sim, bring it and load the nav data back in, and hopefully it'll work now. It didn't work before, but hey ho. And we're down to 1 viewer with annoyed. Another go around tonight, definitely. Well, yeah, probably definitely. Local QNH 1014. I was going to hop on ground at Manchester after I'd finished this flight, but somebody's managed to get on there already, so I can't do that. Yeah, just I'm on an old air rack in the aircraft, so it's a different approach. It's 2 Lima rather than 3 Lima.
Standing up, immediate departure to A left over.
So we are 8 miles from Lapmo. We can intercept the ILS from Lapmo. So what I'm going to do is...
Southern traffic, Zebra 72 is running up behind the passing line.
I will wait till we get to Lapmo actually. I don't know, we're at 200 knots when we're supposed to be at 220, but I don't know, never mind. I just put 200 knots in here so that it knows that we're trying to be at 200. And we should see the airport somewhere off in the distance, over there somewhere. Can we see it? No. Not yet. How's the flying going with you then, Morning Trigger? Are you getting more adept? You still on the fly-by-wire? I think I might fly the Boeing tonight.
881 out of 2,000 feet now.
Should get the Boeing kit out and do a Boeing flight, but I can't fly the Boeing without using the Boeing kit because it just doesn't feel right without a proper yoke rather than a stick. And I probably could fly it. Yeah, the EasyJet sim pilot is, he does very good tutorials actually. He's very adept at what he does.
Southern traffic, Zebra 72 is taking off runway 28 left, Dexing to Alpha departure.
Yeah, you'll see, once you get the Airbus kit, the stick and the controller pad, it'll just make it a completely different experience. Right, we're gonna set localizer. We're just below the glide slope now. Localizer has intercepted, so let's put our approach phase on. And we can start reducing our speed a little bit now, so let's get down to 1.8, so Queen speed, 178. Doubling traffic, Shamrock 6, Papa Mike, 10 miles out, runway 28 left.
Doubling traffic, Super 72's airborne 28 left, climbing to flight level 90 on the Dexon 2 after departure.
Okay, what do we need to start doing? Let's go flaps 2, shall we? And that will extend the flaps at the side there. Yeah, so all this flaps and speed brake and everything else I'm doing with the TCA Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster, as my son keeps telling me off saying. So let's get some, let's just get down a little bit slower. Let's go down 160 and then we'll get some gear down. And that will get the crew seated. So let's go down and let's get flaps 3.
2,500.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Oh, damn it all. Simulator has crashed. Badoom. Just like that. It's gone. Okay, that's just what we didn't want, but hey. Got too excited there using the drone. That's what it was. So, I'm going to end the stream there, and I'm going to try and sort it out. I will try and sort out. So, yeah, sorry, disappointing there. We didn't get the landing in. Hey ho. What we will do is we will try and load it all back in, and we'll do another flight instead. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye. Seems that the passengers are still there, still happy anyway.